How's it going today, YouTube? Today's project, we're going to talk about Obs Fords and door hinges and the problems that you have with them. So let's go ahead and get into this video. This is my father's 1996 7.3 Powerstroke F250 OBS. Now, as you can tell, this door is not shut all the way. I can stick my pinky in behind the door, and the door sags real bad. Part of the problem is, as you can see, that door moves, is the bushings in the door pins get worn out. Now, you can buy a bushing kit and a pin kit from your local auto parts store. The problem with that is this truck has had that done with it once before, but the pins and bushings do not last near as long as factory. So what happens is once the Waylon James, sorry, my son is attempting to help dad. The problem is when the door pins and bushings get worn out, the door sags, causing wear and tear on the striker. As you can see here, you can see it's been gouged in there by the latch. It wears out the latch mechanism in the door and puts strain on the handle. And as you notice, the interior door handle is completely missing from this altogether. Like I said, you can buy the pin kits from your local auto parts store, but the best way to fix it is to go to a local salvage yard and find a good set of OEM hinges with the OEM bushings, which I got here out of a 95 F150. I got both the upper and lower hinges and a new interior door handle. Now, the correct way to do this would be like have a transmission jack and be able to strap and hold the door up, but I'm not going to do that today. If you have a OBS that has power windows, mirrors, whatever, this loom does not have a plug at the firewall here. The wiring harness goes all the way through the entire dash. The passenger side has a plug at the firewall to unhook. So what I'm going to do here today, and bear with me as I'm filming with an iPhone, is I'm going to remove the door panel. I'm going to show you how to pull the wiring harness through the door. I will then remove the door and show you the steps on how to remove the hinges and the neat little factor with factory hinges, because you can buy aftermarket ones, but I'll show you why it's best to find a good set of used OEM hinges. So let's go ahead and get into it. Once you get the screw out that holds your window switch cover to the door panel, there are 3 screws on the back side that actually hold the switch to the cover. You'll want to remove them so that this can feed down through your door panel, and when you remove your door panel, you can pull that through the door. Now, once you pull the insulation all off and have disconnected everything from the door, you'll see that this will have to pull through the door wiring harness. I've already got the boot off. You can see that plug should fit through that door hole there. Next, you'll want to remove all the bolts out of the door from the hinge using a ratchet and a 13 metric socket. So now here's what I'm going to show you. This is the factory hinge from an OBS with the aftermarket door pin and bushing kit. You can see how much play is in there. Like I said, with that aftermarket bushing kit, it's junk. Here's another factory one with factory bushings. While there is a little bit of play, nothing nearly as severe as the original ones. Now keep in mind, this truck only has like 181,000 miles on it. Actually, it's not 180. It's 180 and some change, because I just changed the oil on it at 180,000. So, another thing to note with these is the elongated holes on the hinges. That's where your adjustment in the door comes from. You got adjustment here at the door, and adjustment on the cab itself. So we're going to go ahead and throw this in, get the other lower one out, throw the lower one in, and then I'm going to show you another common problem of when all this goes to shit, why you break your interior door handles on that door. Now, keep in mind, this truck's an Iowa farm truck. It's been a farm truck literally since it was brand new. My dad is the second owner of this thing. With any luck, I'll be the third owner. And when that happens, I'll fix everything that's not right on it correctly. But both doors are going to have to be replaced because of what I'm going to show you later. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and get these thrown in. One thing to note when you're taking these out is a ratcheting wrench would be very handy for this, because you cannot fit a standard 3/8 drive ratchet and extension in there. You can get it done with a 3/8 drive ratchet, a stubby socket, but a ratcheting wrench would be a lot handier. Now, however, as you can tell, I don't have all the tools in the world for a big shop, so do with what you can. I'm trying to prove you can do this stuff in your own driveway. All right, so I was talking to you earlier about how there's adjustment in the hinge itself. This one I've already got snugged up down here, but I want to let you know how the adjustment works. As you can see, I can move that hinge up, down, and in, and out, depending upon where that hinge needs to sit with the door hanging. I'm going to snug this up, then we're going to hang the door and start test fitting it. And being that I don't have body shop stuff at my disposal, this is going to be a little bit more fun. Okay, so now we've got the door hung and it's adjusted as best we can. As you can see, it shuts. The issue is this door is never going to line up correctly, perfectly in my hands. I don't have the shims and stuff that body shops use to adjust the door correctly. That and the fact that being a ranch pickup, this thing's been kicked, slammed into, and abused. This door is bent in multiple different places, and the structural tabs inside the door that hold the inner and the outer door skins together, are broken. So this door's got quite a bit of flex on the inside of this thing as it is. Now, what I've done so far, to recap, is I've replaced the hinges with a set of OEM hinges. I also replaced the striker because if you can see, the plastic of this is all kinds of chewed up, and it's ate into the actual striker itself. So we've readjusted the striker, put a new striker on, we've adjusted the door shuts like it should, as best as it's going to get. Now, the issue with having the door pins go bad in these doors is it puts stress on the doors, opening and closing it, which leads to the door handles breaking off because this cable gets stretched out. Because if my Bronco was sitting right up here, not clear at the end of the property, I'd show you the differences between an OBS 92 through 97 body style versus the 80 through 86 body style. And if I'm not mistaken, the 87 through 91 body styles also use the same. The 80 through 86, for sure, instead of having a cable, it was actually a physical mechanical rod that actuated from the door interior handle to the actual latch solenoid. I believe the 87 through 91s were the same. 92 to 97 run an actual cable. You can buy a new cable. I don't know if you can get it through Ford, but Complete Performance, also known as CP Addict, can get a brand new cable. I bought one for my 96 crew cab that I had. I never got around to installing it, but it was only like 50, 60 bucks if I remember correctly. And that is a good place to start. Now, coming over here, you can see, as I take this bolt out that holds this interior piece, the interior handle latch assembly, into the door, what happens is the sheet metal of the door itself begins to crack out from the sheer force of people wrenching on that door handle. Because when the pins go bad, it creates stress back on your latch component, causing it hard to open the door. So people, instead of fixing what's actually wrong with it, just go to yanking on that door handle until the door handle breaks, and they keep replacing it. I'm guilty of it. We all are. Now, buying the chrome steel handles that were available in the 80 through 86, they will bolt right on. They are not stronger than the plastic. They will break just as easy, and you will cut your hand. I'm surprised I don't have scars from that shit. And what happens is I've seen it done. People build a steel door handle and weld them on, and then you have this happen to a much more extreme. There is a fix for it, an external plate that can be pop riveted over this that is also available from Complete Performance. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all bolted back together, get the new door handle put on, and get the door panel reassembled, because that's the best fix I can do for now. So another problem with these OBSs that can be solved is this piece right here. Belongs right here on the interior door panel. Now, OBS Solutions offers a kit, because you see, this piece is broke. So the screw that goes in here, when you attach your window switch panel, there is a screw that goes right there. Now I have the wrong screw. I have to take one of the screws out of the door panel down below and swap it out. But I can't screw it down because that piece is broken. Again, being a farm truck and having that door panel broke, these door panels are junk. They're cracked, they're gonna need to be replaced. So, that concludes this video. And if you liked today's video, like, subscribe to the channel. And again, I'm gonna try to keep cranking out videos for you guys. So, until next time, thanks for watching.